Oh, can you hear that? Sorry. I forgot I have my microphone in. I'm trying a new way to intro. You know me. Always trying to do things a little bit differently than everybody else, including myself. Let me know when you can see me. Can you see? Can you hear me? All right, I can see that you guys are there. I'm a little bit far away. I've got you on a piece of driftwood. Isn't this fun? Are you having fun? Hi, everyone. Okay, good. Is that fun? Do you guys enjoy that? So wait till you see where I am. Oh my. I gotta wait till more people come on though. Hey, Big Lon. There's David. Darla, of course. Welcome. You like my little dance? My little dance to no music? I don't need music to dance. I hear music in my head constantly. Actually, I heard a song today and it made me cry because it reminded me of Jesus. And it touched my soul. And you might be surprised at what the song was. I'm trying to think of how it starts. Um, Ooh, you're making me live whenever this world is cruel to me. I've got you, you're all I see. Ooh, you're making me live now, Jesus. Ooh, you make you all I ever had. I've been with you such a long time. I shine, and I want you to know feelings are true. I really love you. Ah, you're my best friend. That song's about Jesus. To me, it is anyway. So, does my microphone sound good? I got to remember to wear it more. I think it really cuts on the wind, and there's a lot of wind here. Let's check the surf. Let's check the waves. Beautiful day, beautiful beach day. David, I'm glad you're here. You know to come to the beach report when you need to see the ocean. Everybody should know that. Tell all your friends. You know what I'm seeing? This is interesting. Guess what this is? Let me know if anybody knows what that is. They're all over the beach. And they are not usually all over the beach. Let me find another one. They're pretty easy to find. I only found the one. There's gotta be more. Wait, I'll let you guys look at the beach while I look for it. I look for another one. There's another one. There's another one. I know. Who knows? No idea, huh? Any guesses? I'll give you some hints. All over the beach at this time of the year for a reason. They are the remnants of something amazing. And am I back? Can you hear me? What about now? Give me a sound check now. Can anybody hear me? I've got 2 bars. How about, oh look, there's a bunch of them here, here, and here. Every time I lean down to show you, I think that's when I lose you. All right, David, if you went, oh, you went scuba diving once in the ocean? That's scary. I'm not doing that. I don't want to go into that world. I don't belong in the world. I'm on top of the world. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love put me on the top of the world. All right, you guys, does anybody know what these things on the beach are? There's more. Come on, you guys. They're everywhere. All right, well, I'll just tell you. They're they're eggshells. Eggshells from baby turtles. Because the baby turtles have hatched. That's what they are. Hi, Catherine. I am in Vero Beach, Florida. Looking at the surf on top of the world. Reflecting on a lot of things lately. Yeah, turtle shells. No, Mark, they're turtle shells. So I'm also in front of, you were close, Darla. They're leatherback turtle shells. I don't know. They might be another kind of turtle. I'm just guessing on the leatherbacks. But that's one of the most popular ones. Anyway, did you know that turtles lay their eggs in exactly the same place every year, or where they were born? If a turtle is born on this beach, it will come back here to lay its eggs, should it survive the ocean. Oh, I had a little turtle cross my path yesterday too. It's so special when you see them. And they're fast, you know? Don't think they're slow because, man, they can motor. David, it is a blessing to be able to visit the beach every day. I count myself as incredibly lucky and blessed, and so today I was very it's been now 2 days since I started eating after my 7-day fast. And I did my 7-day fast for cleansing, for spiritual cleansing, for cleansing of toxins, to make my body better, to feel better about myself. If I had anything wrong with me, I think I might have cured it. I didn't feel really like I had anything wrong with me, but I did have a lot of lethargy. I chalked it up to, I was sad because my my husband had died, and then my dog died, and so stuff like that'll get you down, you know. But I tried to make the most of it. And however, maybe I was eating my feelings a little bit too much, if you know what I mean. We're not far from Cape Canaveral. That's up north. But anyway, so I decided to go on a 7-day fast for a one. Well, it wasn't exactly a decision to go on a 7-day fast. I just started fasting during the Jewish New Year. You know, it's customary to fast on Yom Kippur, and I did do that. And then I extended my fast for several days, and then I ate a little bit. I had like 2, maybe 3 really good meals. And then I just decided I would fast again. And this time I didn't stop. Kind of let my body do the talking. And I felt really good. So I just kept fasting. And then next thing I know, it's 7 days. And I've been keeping everybody up to date on my fasting journey, because whenever I'm fasting, I just go crazy on binge watching videos about fasting. And I want to know what everybody's experience is, because it's so interesting to me. And I don't believe in allopathic medicine and taking drugs made by pharmaceutical companies that maybe are in China. Really taking drugs of any kind, including aspirin. I don't believe in it. Even supplements, I'd rather get my supplements from food than from a pill. I don't like to take pills, so I really try not to do that. Hi, Jasmine. And um, sorry, sometimes I look at your comments and I'm like, what is the $10 for? So, Big Lon, the reason you're hungry all the time is because you're addicted to food. Clear as that. And maybe you don't need to be addicted to food. I've learned through my fasting journeys, that journey with an S, because I've been fasting, intermittent fasting, for the past, like, maybe, I want to say like 10 years, but I'm not really sure I was that into it until the past 5 or 6 years. And thank you, David. You're right. Self-care is very important. And it does take discipline. And I do like to prove to myself that I am this disciplined and that I can do the really hard things. And I'm now realizing that not eating for 7 days is something that most people will never do. And I'm very blessed that I was able to cross that threshold, if you will, and go into a 7-day fast. Thank you, Jasmine. And I would have fasted longer if there weren't so many people freaking out about it. Like, really, I was listening to my body, and I had started to feel a little bit hungry on the 7th day, but I also felt I did actually go into the 8th day, only like a couple hours, but I felt like I could go much longer. Thank you, Big Lon. And I felt really good. But there were so many people with like so many fears that now I look back on it, and I know it's only been a couple of days, but I just can't help but think that it's a conspiracy that we're supposed to eat all the time. I don't think we're supposed to eat all the time. Hello, Eddie. I wish you didn't think of yourself as a slave. You're not my slave. Believe me, if you were my slave, I'd have you doing stuff like detailing my car, paying my bills, making my videos. No. Anyway, this girl does all her own work, by the way. Anybody questioning it, this is not AI. This is Jill, real Jill. Been the real Jill for nearly 60 years now. And I know Big Lon, right? I don't know what Eddie's up to, but he's silly. I don't want any slaves, okay, Eddie? So please stop with that language. Not looking for a slave or a boyfriend or anybody to do anything for me, honestly. If I'm going to work with someone, I'm working with people. I don't have people, well, I don't know, maybe people will work for me. Maybe I'll get really, really successful and have to hire somebody for something. But anyway, you save a lot of money when you don't eat food. And Cam says everyone can easily begin fasting. Take breakfast later in the day, dinner earlier, narrow that food consumption gap, and let the body heal. That's it. It's as easy as that. You don't have to do 7 days like I did. Work your way up. But here's the thing, I've been fasting so long, and it's been such a positive thing in my life that I've thought, the past couple of months I've been traveling, summertime, hanging out with friends, eating food I shouldn't be eating, living large. And stop it, Eddie, okay? Or you're gonna get blocked. You know more, you know better than to talk like that. Yeah, why does everybody freak out, Cam? You know, I am looking into that. And I'm gonna do a show about it later because it's a phenomenon. People actually get offended and angry with you when you tell them that you're fasting. And you're not that fun either because you're not going to go out drinking. You're not going to go out to dinner. I mean, you can go out to dinner and you can have some coffee. Whatever. You saw me go see Anthony Corrado, and normally I would have had a glass of wine. I might have had a hamburger. I've done that. And this time I told Diane that I just wanted water. I was fasting. She's like, "You want lemon in that?" I said, "Please." And that girl kept me hydrated all night long. She's the best. Blue Jean Blues. Shout out to Blue Jean Blues. Owners Diane and Denise Vogt. They're the best. Yep, a little butter, coconut oil, MCT, and a drink. That can help. Exactly. I'll forgive you, Eddie. Just don't do that anymore, okay? Stop being weird. It's not necessary. I'm not into weird, okay? Exactly. Big Lawn knows. All right, Eddie. God bless you. See you later, Darla. Anyway, I'm here to tell you that you don't need to eat every single day. And actually doing a 7-day fast, to me, now, looking back, it seems like kind of minimal. Like I could have done a lot longer. And I will do a lot longer. Not this week. Maybe not even this month. Maybe I'll fast every month like that. I don't know. Hi, Sammy. I'm just saying, my body really likes it. And I feel like I look the best I ever have, even though I'm going to be 60 this year. And, that's the thing about fasting, that autophagy, it eats your wrinkles. And yes, I know I still have wrinkles. So, Big Lon, I started eating yesterday, or the day before I started eating. And yesterday I had a cheeseburger for lunch, a little mini cheeseburger, not a big cheeseburger, just a mini one. Even ate some French fries. I probably shouldn't have done that, but it's a practice. Fasting is a practice. You do it, you break it when you fast, and if you're fat, Sammy, fasting, man, it'll take off the weight pretty fast. It isn't called fasting for no reason. Yeah, I lost I'm gonna say a good 7 pounds at least. Your body probably appreciates fasting, plus you must feel great purging any toxins. 60's the new 50. You do not look your age. Thank you. I'm the fasting, what's it called? Not cover girl. Anyway, I'm doing it for you, to show you guys that it's healthy and it's good for you. It takes away belly fat faster than anything else you do. And not just belly fat that you can see, but the visceral fat that is coating your organs. That's really, really bad stuff. And fasting goes for that fat first. It's awesome. But, here's the thing about fasting is that it's also, I did it also for spiritual reasons, not just to get rid of belly fat and clean up my body. And I definitely did it for that. Absolutely. But I also wanted to spiritually cleanse. And thank you guys for saying that I look young. I really appreciate it. I'm working really hard at it, honestly. And it's nothing cosmetic, and I will never do anything cosmetic. And have you know, I spend at least a half an hour every day that I can taking a sun bath and getting the sun's rays in my skin. That's right. I lay out in a bikini and woo, it's the best thing in the world, and I pray to the Lord. And that's what I do. Today I really I took it up a notch and I went to church. I haven't been to church in a long time, years and years. I don't remember the last time that I went to church. Some people are sick. I don't understand. Anyway, I'm going to put my sunglasses on. A little bit hard to see you guys. That's what the sharks are for. Anyway, I went to church today because a friend of mine was like, you should come to this healing ceremony. And it was an Anglican church, for the English people. And I've never been to an Anglican church service, don't know anything about it. I love Dr. Berg, Cam. He's good. He's a Scientologist, though. You should know that. He is a Scientologist. But everything he says makes sense. He does sell stuff. He probably gives all his money to what's his name? Chris Cavett. I maybe shouldn't even say it because they'll try to kill me. Anyway, where's your wife? I don't know. Scientology. It's a cult. And people say I'm in a cult because I want to make America great again. No, you know what a cult is? Scientology is a cult. It's hard to believe that Dr. Berg's in a cult. He seems so, I don't know, level-headed, normal. He seems to know his stuff. But yeah, he's in a cult. Anyway. Okay, so what was I saying? So talking about autophagy? I don't know. It's funny on the internet on my show. I don't really believe what any of you say to me because, there'll be like half of you are like, you look beautiful, you look super young, oh my God, you're so gorgeous. And the other half of you are like, you look like an old witchy hag, go back to the nursing home. How do you trust it? I don't. And I don't care, really. I don't care. I'm not doing any of this to be more attractive to any of you, okay? So I don't really care. I'm just myself wearing a shark hat on the beach, okay? This is what you see is what you get. I'm just trying to teach you some things. If you want to learn, then be here and learn, and that's great. And if you're not, I'm a widow, and I'm not looking for a husband. I already had a husband. I had a great husband. Why do you guys have to be so rude? What's wrong with men that they say the rudest thing to women they've never met? Would you say that to me if you met me on the street? I mean, seriously. Learn how to treat a woman, especially a woman of age. And I am old. 60 is old. I'll be 60 next month. I'm proud of it. I love it. I love the wisdom that I have being 60. Now, why do we care that I have a Jewish name? Yes, I'm Jewish. Why do we care about that? I don't know. Some of y'all just judge people. It's not old to some people. To others, it's like ancient. Yeah, get all of your nutrition from food. And if you need to supplement for a bit, yes, I totally agree with that. All right, shalom. Such assholes. Sorry. Sorry. I try not to let it bother me. You know, it's not that it bothers me. It's that these people seem like I don't know if they're looking for attention, and I don't want to give them this attention, but people who come on to a show like mine to be rude to me, like, what is your end game? What are you looking for? What's your goal in life? Do you feel better now that you've shown us all that you're a loser jerk, or what, you know? It's okay. You didn't offend me, Michael. You didn't offend me. I get a little sensitive because you wouldn't believe the people when you see these comments that are hidden, the things that they're saying is absolutely sickening. I'm not even going to look at them anymore because they're hidden for a reason. So yeah, don't feed the trolls. It's not easy. It's not easy to do a show like this. You know, give me a damn break. I know they do help the algorithm, so there's that. All right, let's just ignore them. I'm only talking to the nice people, and thank you for liking my hat. Everyone likes my hat except for the trolls. The trolls hate my hat. That's because it's my shark hat, and it means they toss them into the ocean. Right now, I really don't care. Anyway, I'm thinking that this notion. Remember how they told us you have to eat every few hours? That'll make your metabolism better. That's a lie. It's such a lie. Don't believe it. I don't have to eat every few hours. I don't even have to eat every few days. I feel amazing. Okay, so I called this show Mansions on the Beach. Would you like to see some mansions on the beach? Because I'm going to show you mansions, my friends. I'm going to show you some big mansions. I'm going to show you some $10-15 million mansions. And I got to wonder who lives in these mansions. This I do not know. Oh, I'm glad you're here, David. Yes, it is a safe place for people who love President Trump. Okay, so I'm going to show you some mansions. Oh, hi, Sandy. Check this out. First, we got this one. The older you get, the more that metabolism slows down. Well, that's what they say, but if you do things like continue to keep active and fasting, you might not have your metabolism slow down. I thought the Anglican Church was amazing, and thank you for bringing me back on that conversation, Michael, because I went there, like I said, for the first time ever, and the priest was, can you believe these mansions? Is that your crib? I don't know. I don't know if they're haunted. I know that this one, I looked it up, and this one is worth between $10 and $15 million for real. You know, I wouldn't want to live in a mansion on the beach either because look how close the ocean is. The ocean is very powerful. They're eggshell. The turtles were here. I can't talk longer. I'm going to lose my my juice. My phone's about to run out. But okay, so there's that, and then you won't believe this one next door. Like then there's a hut in the middle. This Jabba the Hutt right here. Maybe they're just rude people. It's not about who they are rude to as much. I do love joining in on a live stream versus videos. I know, me too. That's why I do the beach report. By the way, this is why I do the beach report. I love to interact with you guys. I like to make friends. I like to get different opinions. And I also want to say something. I don't really see any, or maybe Sandy, but not too many of my moderators on today. But as far as moderators, I don't want to stop free speech, you know? Free speech is great. But I also don't appreciate being being objectified, you know, or being told how hideous I am, or being put down for being MAGA or any of that stuff. You know, I don't have to put up with people being rude to me. So that's why I have all the moderators. Because, and here's another problem, Antifa. Antifa is a real thing, by the way, and they are organized. And they are also doing things like hitting pages like mine that are clearly MAGA, and they come in swarms. And you see when they do this, you've seen it if you've been watching my show. They will come in swarms and they will say horrible things. Like the first thing they'll say is fascists. Like you'll see lots of fascists, or you'll see lots of free Palestine, or you'll see lots of, you know, it's stuff like that. It's all very typical. And oops, lost my sunglasses. And you know exactly who they are. And I don't know what NSB is. And 31 Atlas is fake. Thank you, Laura. I think you're right. I think anything that you hear on the news that is like super scary and weird, like there's all of a sudden there's some near Earth object and it's like aliens are coming to get us. You know what? They tried it with COVID past 4 years. That didn't work with me. It didn't work with me. No chance, zero chance of getting together, none. Anyway, okay, so that's exactly, David. That's the thing. Thank you for bringing me back to task. My moderators are on here for a reason. I shouldn't have to constantly be admonishing people, or you know. So remember the other day when we had Blue on last week or week before, and there were such rude comments coming at that poor girl that she got flustered, you know, but I give her so much credit because honestly, Blue, in the beginning when she started coming on my show a few years ago and she would see the trolls, she would get upset and it really hurt her, and she reacted to it. And you know, I had to talk with her about don't let them bother you. Some of them real, some of them are just, you know, looking for attention or something. So you know, there's people who, you know, just are in this world, I think, to be miserable. I don't know, but I talked to Blue about it and she understood. And so I'm really give her credit because my haters ever since Charlie Kirk got shot or was shot, my haters have multiplied into the many thousands and have been acting like complete fascists or whatever they say that I am. That's what they are. Everything they said that Kirk says actually what they are. So anyway, yeah, is that better? Sound check. Is that better? Sound check. How's now? How's it now? How's now? How's it now? So, you're right, Michael. Okay, thank you. You're right, Michael. It's an evil, wicked generation, and I'm not going to let the haters stop me from doing anything that I want to do. Nobody stops me from doing anything that I want to do. And I'm certainly not going to take to heart anything that some robot says to me or some keyboard warrior who's sitting in his mom's basement, like just looking for some kind of thrill. I don't care about you. So anyway, what I do care is the fact that you've all been lied to. Oh, no, wait, sorry. Well, lied to about eating. You don't have to eat so much. Okay, but secondly, here's the thing. So I went to church today, right? And when I got in, it was a healing service, and I'm thinking, I don't have to heal anything. I just did that. I'm 7 days fasted. Oh, I healed everything, right? I get in there, and the church and the pastor, or wait, Anglican priest, father. I don't know what they are in Anglican church. But anyway, this this man, this minister, he starts talking about the parable of the persistent widow. And I'm like, that would be me. And about how this widow went to the Lord. Apparently, and I didn't know this either, there's a heavenly court, and you can go to it anytime. And I went to it today. I went to the heavenly court, and I didn't even realize that this was really a problem that was weighing on me. But I knew the one minute I got there, and he started talking about the persistent widow and how she wants justice. But the judge that she's up against is a false judge, is a bad judge, is a black hat judge. And she needs to be in front of the real judge, you know, the Lord. And our advocate, when we go to the heavenly courthouse, is Jesus. So I took Jesus with me, and I marched myself right up to the courthouse and put myself in front of the Lord, and a lady put the cross in oil on my forehead, and I petitioned the Lord that I wanted any kind of bad curses or whatever that were upon me since my husband died. Because, by the way, we widows, we have it rough. When your husband dies, people not only take advantage of you, but oftentimes, and it's like comes out of the blue, it did to me, they will accuse you of killing your own husband. Hey, Roman King. And that certainly happened to me. You know, I took care of my husband when he had cancer. We had been dating for a few years before he got cancer. And when he did get cancer, he tried to break up with me because the doctor told him he was going to die in like 3 to 6 months. And I told him no, I wanted to marry him because already his family had been like trying to keep us apart. COVID had just happened, and they always saw me doing my show, and I'd be on the beach like I am now with no mask, and I'd be talking to everybody, and I'd be everywhere doing all my things, and they would see this, and they told Ray that they didn't want me in their house, and because Ray was sick and he was living with his sister at the time. And I honored that, of course. And then one day Ray called and he said, baby, everybody here got the COVID. And I said, everybody has COVID in the house? He said, yes. And I said, they don't think I gave it to them, right? And he said, no. It was my nephew. My nephew got the COVID. He gave it to everybody in the house. I said, you got it too? He said, I think I got it too. You know what I said? I'll be right there. And I marched myself to that house and walked in and got the COVID right along with everybody else. Now, unfortunately, his sister did die, which is terrible. You know, her son was the one that got her sick, and she was afraid of me. But anyway, it was tragic. Ray was devastated. But yeah, so I kind of feel like the same at this point too, you know, being defiant by not eating, despite everybody screaming at me that it's unhealthy and horrible and I'll hurt myself and just nasty things. Anyway, Ray and I got the COVID, so it was okay. So anyway, you know, the doctor told him he had 3 to 6 months to live, right? Well, I took Ray out of his sister's house. His sister died, and she had been taking care of him, and he needed care. And I told him I wanted to marry him. I didn't want anyone to stop me from ever seeing him again. And we didn't get married right away, but when we did, it was on Casey Key in Sarasota, almost exactly 4 years ago. It was amazing. And there was no vax then, LaDonna. It was very early. It was right when COVID came out. So, point being, today I go to church and it's about the defiant widow. When Ray did finally pass away the day after Hurricane Ian in hospice, right outside of Fort Myers and Lehigh Acres. Sorry. His family accused me of killing him. He was in hospice because he wasn't going to live any longer. There was nothing to do. He had cancer all over his body. He could not walk anymore. It was bad, okay? And here's his family saying he needs to go to the hospital for treatment. And I'm like, it's been 3 years. No, 2 years. And he doesn't want treatment, and he doesn't like needles, and he doesn't want that. This is what we're doing. He was the happiest, finally knowing that it was going to end soon, because he had been tortured for 2 years, actually, and I did everything tortured, and it was like the best 2 years and the worst 2 years, all rolled up into one. Anyway, they accused me of killing him. They treated me so badly, and they know they put curses on me. And I found a headless crow in front of my doorstep one day after the hurricane. I know they put some kind of Cuban Santeria curse on me. So anyway, I walk into this church today and they're like, you can get rid of curses, you can get rid of anything bad, that like generational curses, anything like that. So that's what I did today. And I didn't even know that it was weighing on my mind, but when I walked in and he was talking about it, I was like, yeah, thank you. I think I need this help. I do need the healing. So I took the healing, and I then came to the beach, and I have been laying in the sun, walking in the sun. Okay, let me show you this mansion. Can you even with this mansion? I couldn't even find it on Zillow or anything. I had no idea what it's worth. It's like, who owns it? Nothing. And sorry, I don't have my gimbal with me. And my phone's gonna it's not long for this world at the moment, so I'm not gonna be able to do this show much longer. But I just wanted to tell you about that and tell you about my day. You are covered by the blood of our Lord Jesus. Exactly, LaDonna. That's what happened today. Yes. I feel even, I always feel protected by God, but today now, I feel like I've clinched it. My 7-day fast and topping it off with a visit to church, which really, I don't think that much of organized religion, but I got to tell you, it's the Lord's house for a reason, and God put me there for a reason, and He wanted me to do that, or why else would I be there, right? Anyway, walk in faith. It's the very best way to live. I can tell you that from experience. It was the Anglican Church in Vero Beach. It's right on the beach too, Michael. It was really amazing. So here, we'll take a look at the ocean, and I'm gonna have to say ciao for now because my phone is not gonna last much longer. And a look at that beach mansion. Can you even with it? And it doesn't look like anyone's there. It's all boarded up. Isn't that weird? What is up with that? Please like and subscribe, especially now. And please, you guys, I have to ask you too, please share the beach report with your friends and family. It looks like I'm going down a little bit in my subscribership, although I am up to 13,000 subscribers, so that's really good news. But it seems like things are on the south end, so if you wouldn't mind telling people about the beach report, because who doesn't need to go to the beach, right? And have a positive day. I mean, the world is so full of bad news and chaos and, oh, there's an asteroid coming to get you. I'm just going to take you to the beach, okay? Yes, I think it is wonderful fasting, Michael. And I'm going to just, I heard some people like, you should never talk about your fast or its results. Well, sorry, but that's kind of my job. I am a journalist and I am doing a see it for myself kind of situation. So I'm talking about it because I want to inspire you to do it. I believe that it will help you. And I know there are people who think they can't be helped by anything but pharmaceutical drugs and doctors. And I know everyone's like, oh, consult your doctor. And I'm like, do you have a doctor on speed dial? Because I sure don't. I don't go to the doctor. I don't have health insurance. I haven't seen an actual doctor in, I don't know, 15 years. Oh, I've got 10% battery left. I haven't seen a doctor in like 15 years. And and I don't pay health insurance because I don't trust doctors. And the past 4 years of COVID told me that I was absolutely right not to trust doctors. And I'm healthy. And I have no reason to see a doctor. And I don't expect to go to a doctor. And that's why I do things like fast. I would rather not eat for 7 days and get all of the health benefits of that than be taking some statin or some drug every day of my life. Oh, you mean you don't talk about it when you are fasting? Oh, well, I felt that I had to do that too. So thank you, LaDonna. Yeah, you know what? The birds don't need doctors. The fish in the ocean, are they like, oh no, my fin hurts. I need a doctor. Where's the sturgeon? Ah, that was a good one, right? I just pulled that right out. You see, like I'm so mentally clear too. I'm over here cracking myself up. I think I'm the only one. I need a sturgeon. Get it? Anyway, okay, you guys. All right, I'm getting crazy here. I am 20 hours fasted again right now, but I'm going to eat today. Because you know what? I did the best workout. We have to learn to become advocates. Wait, it's so bright out here. We have to learn to become advocates for our own health and not look to others as experts in the medical field. Thank you, Cam. Amen. That's the best thing that happened to me most of my life. Haven't had medical insurance, so I take care of myself. Thank you, Cam. I'm the same. I am absolutely, I don't go to Chipotle. I don't go to restaurants. I never go to fast food. Never, never, ever. No, just no. Just stay away. Like, you don't even know what they're making and you're putting in your food. You don't know anything about it. Don't eat it. Don't eat things that you haven't seen it be prepared. It's not a good idea. So, don't be rude to me either, okay? I know when you're being rude, I'm not stupid. Yeah, what was I going to say? I don't have enough juice to keep going with this. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me today on the Beach Report. Like I said, tell all your friends, consider joining my members group, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Oh yeah, hit up my jillbooks.com website and check out my books. I am an author and a publisher, and I also help people publish their own books. My husband had insurance and didn't use it for 37 years. Thank you, Sandy. I know. I'm not paying something for somebody for something I'm not going to use. No. Not doing it. All right, you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Look at that. Look at that beautiful ocean. Look at that crazy big mansion. And I'm here somewhere in the middle. All right, you guys. God bless you all. Matthew 6. Thank you, Michael. Ciao for now.